Hey Glowforgers, it's Joe with Martinson Manufacturing, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up your AC Infinity inline fan. I'll go over two options on how we can connect the hoses, I'll show you how to mount it, and how to turn that noisy fan in your Glowforge off and replace it with soothing white noise. Fun fact, my wife and I actually used this to help us fall asleep one night when visiting relatives were borrowing our box fan. When I first started, I was so confused. How in the world does hooking up an external fan somehow make your Glowforge fan quiet? It doesn't. Turning off the noisy fan in your Glowforge is what makes it quiet. But if we do that without having some other kind of fan to exhaust the fumes out of the machine, it's going to start to billow with smoke and fill your room with odors. So we're going to turn one noisy fan off and turn one much quieter fan on. If you haven't bought a fan for your Glowforge yet and you're here just gathering information, I highly recommend the 6-inch. It's the perfect middle ground with plenty of power without being overkill like the 8-inch. Don't get the T model with the LCD screen, it's annoying and it costs more money. Just get the S model with the single button controller, and I'll link this specific fan down below. Now for the setup. The Glowforge is designed for a 4-inch hose, but our fan is designed for a 6-inch hose. We have two options. We buy a hose that fits our fan and use an adapter for the back of the Glowforge, or we keep the 4-inch hose that fits our Glowforge and buy an adapter for our fan. Let's go over these two options. Option 1 is we get the 6-inch exhaust adapter off Amazon. It's a highly rated adapter that enables you to connect a 6-inch hose directly to the back of your machine. For this setup, you'll need three things. The 6-inch exhaust adapter, which fits snugly on the back of your machine, a 6-inch hose, which you'll need to cut in half with scissors and snips, and two additional hose clamps that you need to connect everything up. The first piece of your hose will get clamped to the adapter on one end, and then hose clamped to your 6-inch fan on the other end. Clamp the other hose piece to the exhaust side of your fan, and then clamp the final end to your window insert. Make sure the arrows of your fan are facing towards your window because that's the direction the exhaust fumes will be blowing. The hose that I'm using here is also made by AC Infinity, and it's an amazing 4-ply hose that I cannot recommend highly enough. If your window is close, buy the 8-foot version. If your window is far away, buy the 25-foot version. The parts list for option 1 are linked down below, including that sexy plexiglass window insert. Option 2 is we pick up the leak-free 6-inch to 4-inch reducers off Amazon. They're another highly rated product that enable you to connect a 4-inch hose directly to your 6-inch fan. If you try to save money and buy the cheap tin ones, even AC Infinity's own brand of reducers, you're still going to end up with leaks even if you tape the heck out of it. And after the headache of buying and returning a whole bunch of reducers that didn't work, you'll probably just come back to these anyways, so I would recommend to just do it right the first time and be done with it. In this setup, we just push the reducers firmly onto each end of the fan and simply connect the 4-inch hose from the Glowforge to one end of the fan and then the other side of the fan to your window insert. The 4-inch hose is known for slipping off this small lip on the back of the Glowforge, so I'm also using the exhaust extension here, which makes your hose much easier to get on and prevents leaks at this connection. So, which option do you choose? Please don't stress out about this, whatever you do. Both options are giving you more exhausting power than what you had to begin with. If you have plenty of room, maybe use the 6-inch option. It's a little cheaper. If you're a little tight on space, then just stick with the 4-inch hose. The 4-inch hose is what I've used for the last 3 years and it works great. Next, we'll plug in our controller and keep hitting our fan button to choose what fan speed we want. I personally run mine at full speed. It's nice to have this close, so secure it in place with screws or some double-sided tape. Now that our fan is all hooked up, go into the app and turn this button on. This will turn that noisy fan in your Glowforge off. It may seem a bit misleading because we're not using the air filter, but this is the button that needs to be on. Next time you're ready to run a print, turn on the fan and then hit that glowing button. Pro tip, to turn the fan off, hold the button down rather than pushing it. This will save your speed setting for when you come back to it next time. Now if you're wanting to mount your fan to a wall or your table, follow these steps. Unscrew the clamps on either side, slide the motor out, mount the screws, and then reassemble. There we have it. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with others. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, joe@martinsonmanufacturing.com. Happy glow forging, and I'll catch you on the next video.